The UFC and Yair Rodriguez have lost their minds. This fight is absolutely ridiculous. Now, to preface, has not been made official yet. However, things are leading down the road to it. UFC Noche in Guadalajara is likely going to be headlined by a Mexican title challenger, Yair Rodriguez, versus the champ Alexander Volkanovski on the comeback trail. Meanwhile, there's guys in the division that are desperately in need of this fight, but take a listen to this that we'll get to in just a minute. But Movsar Evloev is the rightful number one contender. He has been the rightful number one contender, but was one-upped by a Diego Lopez, who was on a hot streak of absolutely barn-burning fights and deadly finishes. This guy has been on the tear of his life, and he was able to beat out Movsar for that last title shot back in April. But Movsar Evloev has done the dirty work. He has worked through the trenches. Yes, is he the decision merchant? Maybe so, but this guy is beating all the top contenders, and he's going to have to fight one more time. Alexander Volkanovski, thank you, champ, for trying to fight me. I will fight in July, and you will fight in September. Hopefully we will both win, and we can meet in December. He does not finish there, but take a listen to this from Yair Rodriguez. This guy has absolutely lost his mind. This guy is the most overhyped prospect that we have ever seen in the UFC. This guy's flashy. He's fun to watch. Don't get me wrong, but the casual fans do not know who Yair Rodriguez, and this just proves that Yair has lost his mind.
Just curious, obviously you know about Movsar and the streak that he's on. What do you say to someone who says he's won 9 in a row, he should get a crack at the belt first?
Man, I don't know. The only thing that I can tell you is that a fight against Volkanovski makes sense for me. I don't want to talk about like Movsar or whatever. He's an incredible fighter. He's a dangerous opponent, and he's coming from a win streak, Now, what I hear from the UFC, you only have to come from a win. And Volkanovski and I had a background fighting,
This dude is insane. All I need to get is one win. Yair Rodriguez lost to Brian Ortega, who got his ass beat out of the division by Diego Lopez. Brian Ortega got beat so badly in his last fight that he's moving up a weight class. There's nothing left for him at featherweight. Yair Rodriguez lost to this guy a year ago. Yair Rodriguez does not even barely fight, but once a year. This guy fought twice in 2023, which is completely abnormal for this guy. Fights once in 2025, once in 2024, twice in 2023, once in 2022, and once in 2021. This guy never fights. He fights once a year. The guy comes out of the woodworks, and they're supposed to put him in some crazy title fight picture. What has this guy done? Lost to Max Holloway, lost to Volk, lost to Brian Ortega badly, to Volk badly. This guy has done nearly nothing. And Movsar Evloev, meanwhile, has beaten Diego Lopez, close fight, beaten Aljamain Sterling, also close fight, beaten the brakes off Ronald Allen, beaten Dan Ige. These guys are some of the best in the division. Yair Rodriguez barely gets in there, skimps out a win over a couple of guys, and what the fuck is going on with this stuff? Movsar Evloev is the deserving fighter. If you are a UFC fighter and you believe you are the best in the world, then you have to fight every fight they throw at you. No risk, no reward. See you guys in July. It's on. Movsar Evloev will be fighting in Abu Dhabi against who the hell knows, but it doesn't matter because this guy is a fighter's fighter. Dagestani privilege clearly does not apply to Movsar Evloev. Meanwhile, we've got one of the best fights with real beef behind it. This isn't some fake beef that's brewing. This is something real, and the UFC is not capitalizing it. Will they make the turnaround? This fight, again, is not official between Yair and Volkanovski, but we want to see Diego and Yair go at it. Then we may be able to get a Yair contender out of this. He needs to beat a contender to be the deserving challenger, but that has not happened yet. Yair has been gifted so much in his career, had to beat up an old BJ Penn, if you remember that back in the day, then got his ass beaten, handed to him by Frankie Edgar, takes out Brian Ortega via what seems to be maybe a fluke win. That armbar situation, Brian Ortega, his shoulder slipped out, and then he beat a Josh Emmett, also older. We've seen what Josh Emmett has gone on to do. Not too much as of late. I love Josh Emmett, but come on, guys, let's be honest here. What in the hell is going on? He gets his ass beaten up by Volkanovski, gets his ass taken down by Brian Ortega, beat up. That guy has moved on to a new division because he's got his ass beat so badly. Yair Rodriguez is absolutely losing his mind. The UFC, all of this politicking they are doing, trying to get these championship fighters into Mexico. There are Mexican fighters out there that are great, fan-friendly fighters, and we as fans appreciate them so much. But Yair Rodriguez is getting into that Bo Nickel territory. They're pushing him so hard that we as hardcore fans who like Yair Rodriguez as a fighter are starting to get sick of him. And honestly, that at the end of the day is the worst thing that the UFC could possibly do. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Yair Rodriguez deserves a title shot? Do you think he's crazy? Do you think the UFC is making a bad decision here? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Is Movsar Evloev getting snubbed here? Is he the loser here? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.